Good morning, folks. Day 4, April the 14th on this crazy round the world trip, and I'm heading to the airport now. Andy goes round the world. Ciao. The wrong way. Today, we fly to Panama, and in this vlog, we'll be exploring a little bit of Panama too. Here we go. Hola.
Round the world, and it's born. Round the world, round the world, round the world, round the world, and DJ.
As we drive through the airport area here towards the airport, my first episode from this trip, I travelled all the way from Melbourne to Santiago, and we had a day to explore Santiago. And now today, the next episode, and we're travelling around the world the wrong way against the spin of the Earth, and we are heading to a region I've never been to before, and that is Central America. Gracias. Avianca aquí. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Well, folks, here we are. Did I mention the time? Did I mention that it's 3 hours now before the flight? It's about 3:10, 3:15 for a 6:10 flight. The airport is absolutely bustling. Here is our line for Avianca. Well, child, it's been a short couple of days and it's time to go. Oh, I haven't told you about my visa for Chile. Yeah, it took forever to come. I got a transit visa, so I calculated that the time between arriving and departing a few days later was 64 hours, and you got up to 72 on a transit visa. And the transit visa is free, and the tourist visa is 176 Australian dollars. So I saved 176 Australian dollars because I nearly just went straight for the tourist visa. But then when I read the fine print and saw that it gave me 72 hours, I was like, you don't have to tell me twice. Well, sometimes you do. I don't listen sometimes. Yeah, but then I waited about 6 weeks and I hadn't heard a thing back. I did it all online, and so I actually went into the consulate in Melbourne, and they literally fixed it up that day. And I don't really know what was going on, but there you go. The important thing is the result, which allowed me to visit Chile without having to pay for the visa. Just over there we have gate 9. That's our gate today. So what are we looking forward to? We're looking forward to 6 hours to Bogota, and then after Bogota we are looking at another probably hour and a half, I'd say, to Panama City, to the next part of the adventure. And economy first leg, business class second. I bid for an upgrade and I got it, so hopefully it's worthwhile.
For choosing to fly with us to Bogota connections. On your boarding pass, you will find an option.
Okay, we are on board, folks. It's I guess about 5:40. touchdown in Bogota. A few hours here, and we'll be on our way to Panama City. The adventure continues.
Okay, Andrew. Okay, sigue, bienvenido.
Muchas gracias, señorita. Well, I'm settled in, I guess, and we will soon be on our way to Panama City, La Ciudad de Panama, and oh boy, am I tired. I'm just... Folks, here we are in Panama, a brand new country for me. In fact, Chile was also a brand new country for me, and I am fast approaching 100 countries. That's another thing I want to tick off on this adventure trip. Wow, I was pretty impressed by the views. I wish it wasn't quite so smoggy, but of all those skyscrapers, which I always knew Panama City was full of skyscrapers, and it did not disappoint arriving by air. Here we are, folks. Que gente.
Andres?
Sí, Andrew.
Andres, okay.
Andrew. Same. Español, Andres. Well, here we are to the Baloate Boutique Panama. Hello, I've made it. I'm down in the old town here in Panama City, and I've already been blown away. I knew it was big. I knew the buildings were massive, but I just wasn't ready for that. That was something else. What can I say? What a bloody day. Look, I've got a bit of work to do here and get myself sorted for the next couple of days of sightseeing. And you know what? You might just find I am joined by a familiar face. Good morning, folks. It's me, Andy's or Journey's, well, you know that. And this is day 5, and I am in Panama City. It's a beautiful day for exploring. And I don't know, what are the odds? What? Tell me the odds that I would bump into Graham Lee.
What ho?
How are you, Graham?
I'm fine, and I don't know the odds either. But rather good, I say.
Well, you know, when you pre-arrange it, it can work.
It does increase them slightly, doesn't it?
Anyway, Graham's going to be joining me for a little trip around Panama and a couple of other Central American countries in the next couple of weeks. You looking forward to it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, look over there. Look at the first place we see, Graham. Panama hats. Well, you'd expect it, right?
Yeah, you'd hope so.
So, folks, Graham and I are wandering the streets of Casco Viejo, which is the old town. I don't know what does Casco mean? I don't know what Casco means, but Viejo means old. And so our first stop will be the Plaza Independencia. And it's refreshingly not too hot right now. Yes, so we're going to start by having a bit of a wander around town. This small but somewhat beautiful area. Yes, folks, we do have some lovely buildings around here. And here in front of us, this is the Cathedral, the Iglesia de Santa Maria. Some of the buildings have seen better days, but then so have I. We forgot about the Museo del Canal.
Ah,
What could that be about? What canal?
Museo Canal.
Never. Have you heard of a canal in Panama?
No, I can't say I have.
I can highly recommend this museum for its air conditioning. This is devoted, this room, to the two-starred flag. Okay, folks, it's a very interesting museum. I thought I was only going to spend about 20 minutes in here, but I spent over an hour, and it really shows you how the country's history is really tied to the canal. And interesting that Panama wasn't its own country until early 1900s, I think 1903, where it used to be part of Colombia, or Gran Colombia. That used to be Panama, Colombia and Venezuela and Ecuador. And it was sort of got its independence because the US backed it, because they allowed the US to take their land and build the canal, through this strip from the Atlantic to the Pacific. And it hasn't really fully been in Panamanian hands that long. In fact, 1999, I believe, it completely transferred over after an agreement that was forged in 1977 with American President Jimmy Carter. Anyway, a great museum, $15 US, so it's not cheap, but definitely worth time and the money. Hola, señor gato. This old town is really very beautiful. Okay, over here, folks, we have Iglesia de San Jose, the Church of St. Joseph. It's a small but very nice cathedral. Folks, this here is a nativity scene, obviously. Maybe not obviously, I don't know. Wow. I call this Avenida de Sombrero. Well, folks, we have come out here. This is the Ministerio de Cultura. Ministerio de Cultura. Ministry of Culture. And this is Plaze de Francia. French Square, if you like. Pablo Arosemena. I don't know who he is, but I'll take his photo nonetheless. I've got to say, you wouldn't know from here that most of Panama City is modern and skyscrapers, would you? But it is. Graham, what did you say about the person they dedicated this edifice to?
I don't know, it almost looks like they were celebrating a huge cock.
Yes, there's a rooster on top, folks. Don't write in, don't get angry. Well, this is very grand and Roman. And all these stones, I'm pretty sure, are written in Latin. Folks, we are going to a lookout point and we're about to lose all shade whatsoever by following this track across to this U-shaped bridge. Cinta Costera, folks, is what it's called. Thank you, Graham. Crediting Graham.
That's probably just the road.
Check out all the Panama flags.
Panaphernalia.
Panamanian flags. Panaphernalia. Graham with joke of the day, Panaphernalia. Anyway, we're out here on the bridge at the lookout point. Graham's getting some good stuff, no doubt, on his phone. I'm recovering because there's basically no shade. There is a bit of a breeze, thank goodness, but boy, I am cooking right now. It's about 32, 33 degrees. It's quite humid. But it's just hard to escape the sun, which really does beat down on you here in Panama City. Good hazy morning to you. It's a bit foggy because my room is cool and now it's not. And we are heading today is day 6 for me, day 3 for you.
3. Yeah.
And we are heading, well, today is Panama Canal Day. Anyway, we're off to the Corozal train station because the first thing we're going to do to explore this canal is to try the Panama Canal Railway. I don't know what that is. Do we buy tickets there? Find out. I don't think they open till, well, we'll find out. We are here, the Panama Canal Railway. The excitement is palpable. So folks, this will be important information for you if you were planning on doing the same thing as us. The train, I don't know if it's just today or if it's in general, leaves at 8:30 a.m, not 7:15 like the official website says, and all the information that I can find anywhere says. So 8:30. So
It could just be today.
it could just be today, yeah. We don't know. Unfortunately, there is precious little information. Well folks, I think it's about 7:15 now, 7:30, and it's bad news folks. The train is not running today. Somebody told a group, there was a family there of Jamaicans, and they were told that the train was leaving at 8:30, and now they've been told that it is not running at all today. In fact, it's not running till Saturday. So I'm not sure what their schedule is now. The amount of conflicting information is a bit mind-boggling. So yeah, so alternative plan has been hatched. Quite simply, there is a bus to Cologne, and from there we can visit the Gatun Locks. So we can basically say that we crossed from Panama City on the Pacific side to the Atlantic side, the Caribbean side, which is Cologne. So basically crossed an entire continent, and we're going to do it in about an hour and a half apparently. We'll see if the internet is at all reliable with its bus information as we wait for an Uber to take us to the Albrook bus station. Autobus? Ahora o otro? Oh my gosh. Well, it's a full bus and it's about to leave. So at least we're not losing too much time. Not going to see much, unfortunately. It's not going to be much of a view out the window. Well folks, here we go. We are crossing from the Pacific side of the continent of the Americas to the Atlantic. It's been a long, unnecessarily early morning. Okay, we've crossed Panama from the Pacific to the Atlantic, and now we are at the visitor centre here. Okay, so what you see up there is this giant evergreen container ship coming in with some tugboats to guide it into these locks here. They will slowly change the level of the water so that it can adjust from the lake level to the sea level. On the other side of the locks there, it's much lower than it is up here. That's the whole purpose of the locks, if you're wondering.
We can see from here the the pilot of the Panama Canal and the main entrance of the vessel.
And if you look hard enough, you can see there's two more locks after this one before it gets down to sea level and it can float off into the Atlantic Ocean. See, I know all about stuff.
Vamos a la mano izquierda, encontraremos el lago Gatún, lago artificial más grande en el canal de Panamá. If you see to your left side, you will see the Gatún Lake, 10 a 12 horas. Ahora, si alguna...
Well folks, we're about to leave this centre here, the Agua Clara Locks, and we've got to make our way to the place where most people visit actually, on the Pacific end of the canal. The canal that divides, I believe, what is technically the South American continent from the North American continent. And yeah, so we're going to go back to the bus station. It's a bit hard to get an Uber, so we may end up in a taxi, and then from there back on the bus. Well, howdy doody, folks. This here, there's an IMAX. This here is the Miraflores Visitor Centre to the Panama Canal. This is the one that is just outside Panama City. Entrance with our tickets. Oh look, Graham's still with us. So folks, yes, everywhere here it's been two-tier ticketing as well. It's $17.22 for an adult, and for an adult, or the same ticket for a local is $3. So the line continues for the IMAX here, and we're basically told we probably won't get in for the 4 o'clock show. The next one is at 5:15, but I don't know if we want to hang around that long. Well, here we go. This place appears to be loaded with people. Well, this is the ground level, and then you go up the top there for a much better view. Yeah, so here we are. As Graham was just saying though, the one thing that Miraflores here affords you that you don't see. So we are now on the Pacific end of the canal, right? So you continue on down in that direction and you will get to the Pacific Ocean. I don't know if anything's going on. There does appear to be a boat there. Is that one boat, a Korean boat? Anyway, we're gonna head up to the top. So there's a Korean tanker there. It's slowly moving out of the lock. We've seen the gate open. At least it was moving and now it's stopped. So this Korean vessel is definitely moving now. This ship, that Venus. And if we compare it to the Evergreen down at the Agua Clara Locks, this is moving a lot faster. And if you look past it, you can see where on our side, the lock on our side, you can see the difference there in water level. So if you look across there, the train on the far side appears to be attached to the boat. It's pulling it along. So it's just passing through the lock gates there, and these lock gates they open inwards instead of crossways like at Agua Clara. And you can see this boat is coming into the final lock there, because if you look across, you can see there's a final gate there to take it down to sea level. And so what will happen is it'll get as far as it can. It'll be inside the lock, and the doors will close, and they will get rid of the water. Well, they'll drain the water out from the lock it's in until it's down to sea level, and then the far one will open and the boat will sail on. Folks, this is the sign-off for this vlog, for this diary entry, because tomorrow a new chapter in this adventure begins. Graham, where are we going tomorrow?
El Salvador.
El Salvador, that's right. As the sun sets across a glorious Panama City. What a day we've had today. We've seen the canal, then we saw the canal in a different place, and we got a bit peeved when we couldn't take a bloody train. But such is life, c'est la vie. Thank you, everyone. Join in next time, where you'll see us taking to the skies and flying to San Salvador, the capital of El Salvador, where more adventures will surely await us. Again, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to click like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it, and it helps the channel to grow. Thank you again. Take care wherever you are in this big, wide, crazy world. For example, it might be Panama City for all I know. Maybe you are watching this. Oh, check out the sunset over there. Glorious, glorious sunset. Magnifique. May the journey never end.